Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad where we get together and make a card. Today's card is a beautiful card and it looks like this on the outside, but when you open it up, look at that. It is a pop-up that says just pray. Isn't that fantastic? And the best part about this is it's a wow card, but it's very, very easy to make. Let me show you how. First, let me show you what we need. We need two of the main items, would be this one. This is the inside card base that I designed for Sizzix. It is the flower version. And this one is really fun and it's kind of important because this is where the pop-up, just pray, is going to fit on the inside. Okay, so that's a heads up. Now, we're also using quite a few of the flowers from this set as well. So what we're gonna do is I've already just die cut using my handy dandy die that's over here. This is the die I say everybody needs to do, everybody needs to have. You must have this one. It is the A2 size card. You can go to my website and just search A2 card and this one will pop up, okay? That's the one you need. So I already did that. I already die cut the base. Now I'm going to die cut the inside because you'll notice the inside dark gray is a little smaller all the way around than the base itself, than the card front. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our machine. We're going to lay this down. Now I am using the Big Shot Plus because it is wider and it's longer and it's just easier to use. And I am going to get out my card base. Dun, 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 dun. If I can get it out of my envelope, it's stuck. So I have my card base. I'm gonna lay that down and I can do it at an angle because I have that plus machine. Then for the inside, I'm going to get my Just Pray. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna get the Just Pray. Get out all my pieces here. And we are going to use the shadow die first. So you'll see these little arms here, right here. See those little arms? I am going to line those up right with those two little arms right there, just like that. Now, I don't want to go like this. I don't want to go like that. I want these notches, I call them arms, to line up with the other notches or the other arms, just like that, okay? Then we're going to run this through. Now I'm going to use the longer cutting pad just to make sure that I get everything die cut. So we're going to lay that down and run that through. Now I am using the magnetic platform just to make sure that everything goes through nice and smooth. Then I am going to have the card inside. Now when I fold this, it's not going to look like much. Watch this. I'm going to fold it and I'm going to ignore the front. I'm sorry, ignore the inside, but I'm going to focus just on folding the center pieces. Then I'm going to line up the corners. So I'm just going to kind of ignore the inside, ignore it, line up the center. I'm sorry, line up the corners. Now watch this, because I'm focusing on the center pieces here and the corners. Now when I lift it up, the inside's already been folded. It's already done it for me, okay? Isn't that fantastic? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that off to the side and I'm going to cut out my Just Pray. Now I love this Just Pray because it's nice and large and I notice there's a little bit of trash in that die. So the last time I used it, I didn't clean it out. Very important. Dirty dies will equal a dirty cut. You do not want to use a dirty die. You want to make sure you clean every time before you use it again. Otherwise, you're not going to get success the next time. Now, I have some of my beautiful silver glitter paper. The nice thing about it, the glitter doesn't come off. You don't have to worry about it. I've added an adhesive sheet to the back. I'm gonna lay this down. This is extra, extra thick. I could use my precision base plate, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run this through once or twice, okay? Well, of course once, but I'm gonna run it through twice. So I'm gonna run it through, listen to the crack. Oh, that one's quiet. That's funny. Usually it's noisy. We're gonna run it through again just to make sure that we have it nice and cut. And then we're going to peel this up and look at this. It is cut, but remember it has that adhesive on the back, so I'm just gonna focus on getting that adhesive off first and look at how it just pops right out. Isn't that fantastic? This glitter paper is so nice and thick and it's not gonna get glitter everywhere, which is kind of handy dandy, especially when you're in a hurry and you don't wanna have to clean. And I'm just gonna poke that little tiny piece out. Let's get my little poker. There's that little piece right there. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to our card base on the inside. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. So we're going to lay that down. Then we're going to put our card base together. Now, just for kicks, what we like to do at our house or our team is I have a lighter color on the inside, just to add a little bit more definition to the card base. So what we're going to do is I just have this little piece here and we just folded it here, and we're going to add that to the inside before I add it to my card front. Okay, does that make sense? I'm just adding another extra piece in there just to add a little bit more definition. Now, here's another tip though. When I do this, I do not want to add adhesive here and then fold this. Why is that? If I added adhesive here and I folded this, I just glued my card shut. Okay, so I'm going to add adhesive to the gray, this piece right here, around the edges. Now I'm going to fold this down, so now I don't have to worry about anything being glued shut on accident. Now I'm going to flip this over and add adhesive to this side on the dark gray, just like that. Just like that. Now, if I wanted to, I could have done this a little bit fancier and a little bit straighter, and this could have been my front of my card, but I'm going to add it to this. So I'm going to add that to this part right here, and I'm just going to add adhesive to the side. And I like to really make sure it's lined up well, so I'm going to go like this. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, and then we're going to add this side. And close that baby up and then open it, and look at that, just pray. Isn't that fantastic? Now I'm still a little off, but for video purposes we're okay. Let me fix it a little bit though, because it's gonna freak me out. See? When it's gonna happen on video. It's just so funny. Or live TV, even worse. Okay, so there we go. We have our just pray. Now we want to decorate. So I have already die cut a whole bunch of flowers. I want you to get creative. I don't want you to make sure that yours match up exactly to mine. It doesn't matter. I want you to get creative with your pinks and your whites and your gingham, whatever you like. You be creative and you have fun. Now, I do like to ink the edges. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm using the candy ink. I'm just going to grab some ink, and I'm just going to ink most, oh, and I got ink on, ugh, that's why I wear an apron, so I can wipe it all off. So we're not, well, we can still use this one. So I'm just going to go around the edges, and you'll see that adding some ink to the edges or to the insides or just to some of it just really, really adds to your project. And it just kind of makes it really pop off the page. So if you haven't gotten into inking, I highly recommend it. It just kind of just adds more interest to your card, and it just makes it look like you went the extra step, which is really fun. So there's one. Let's just do a couple more, and I'm actually using candy on bubblegum paper now. This is bubblegum color. That was candy paper that I just used. So now we're just going to add it to the bubblegum. So you can use the same ink pad on other colors. That's okay. You don't have to be using the same color. In fact, I'm even going to use it on this white. Just a little bit, just a little lighter than normal, just to add some fun. And let's do one more real quick. So let's go around this edge. And you see I reuse my scratch paper over and over again. This is from the last project I was working on. I never want to waste anything, so we always reuse as much as possible. So we're just going to go around the edges on this one, and then we get to decorate. So now what we're going to do is put the lid on. It won't dry out, but you will get your hand in it, or your project, which is even worse. Okay, so now what we're going to do, oh, and I just saw we need to work on that really quick. So what we want to do here is we have this cute little gray strip of paper. There is a die in here that I designed that is ever so cute. It has dots and then it has a cross. We're going to lay that pretty close to the middle. We're going to lay that down, and we're going to grab a small cutting pad, and we're going to lay that down, and we're going to run this through. Now, it's going to be a little interesting because it's not going to actually cut out a piece. It's going to cut out a decoration. So what we're going to use is this big long strip, but look at this. See, now I have that cute little decoration right there, and we're going to get some white to go behind it. So we just have another white strip here, and we're just going to add a little bit of adhesive to this side and a little bit of adhesive to this side, and we're going to lay that down right on underneath. And then this strip is going to go in our card. So let's add this before we add our flowers. So let's just add this, get more adhesive on this. And we kind of went off to the side a little, so let's do that just like that. It almost looks like a ribbon, which is kind of fun. And we're going to turn this over, and then we're going to trim it. And I always like to trim it this way so I can use the card edge as my guide. there, and let's get this one. Add that one right there. Perfect. So now look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I know, it just adds a little extra. And so now we get to decorate. That's the best part. So let's just kind of randomly add some flowers here. So let's add this one there. And I think we're going to add this one on the inside too. Now you could have used the adhesive sheets on the back of this if you wanted to. That's up to you on these flowers. Make it go a little faster. That's completely up to you. So on the front, let's do a white. There we go. And let's do a pink. This is light pink as bubblegum at the Stamps of Life. And ooh, let's do this one. This one is the gingham. And we're going to add that right there. Then we have some fun yummies. You can never go wrong with yummies, am I right? And we're going to just add a yummy there. And a yummy there. And let's get some more here, and let's add one on the inside here. Whoa, oh! It was stuck and then it didn't come up. There we go. That was funny. Okay, and let's add another one to this one, and we'll add some adhesive to this one. Well, maybe we'll add some adhesive to that. I should have added adhesive before I did the button. So let's add that one there, and let's get another one here. And let's add one more flower. Now, there's no such thing as adding too many flowers, okay? You can never have too much love. You can never have too many flowers. Oh, that one's stuck. You can never, ever have too much love. Okay, so let's add one more right here at the top. So let's add this one. And see how easy peasy this was? Now imagine giving this to someone that just found out they have a medical condition or that has lost a loved one or something like that. What a beautiful card to send them. And you can even put something, stamp something on the front in sympathy or something like that, and then open it up and it says just pray. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where we get together and we make a beautiful pop-up card. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.